Ezra Taft Benson said, doctrinal interpretation is the province of the first presidency. The Lord has given that stewardship to them by revelation. No teacher has the right to interpret doctrine for the members of the church. Now, why do I throw this in there? There is a lot of confusion going on right now between things that are being said by BYU professors and things that are being said by Mormon leaders in General Conference. If you compare the teachings from these two groups, you're going to find there's a lot of difference between them. It seems like the BYU guys want to sound as evangelical as possible. Now, the leaders don't care, to a certain respect. They would care less. So when you listen to General Conference, you get a lot of the traditional Mormonism coming out of General Conference and things that you probably would not hear at BYU. But it's important to remember that the people who have the authority to speak on doctrinal issues are not at BYU. They are downtown. They are the general authorities in those groups that I just mentioned to you, that upper echelon of the First Presidency, the Quorum of the 12 in the 70s. BYU's, they're bottom dwellers, when it comes to doctrinal authority here. They just don't have the authority to say these things if it contradicts what the leadership has said. And many times I find, when reading a lot of their books, you won't see a lot of the footnotes supporting their positions by teachings from general authorities. That should be a clue that what they're probably giving us is a lot of their own personal ideas. Many times, though, when I do read their stuff, and they do quote some of the general authorities, I find, especially in the case of Robert Millett, he misquotes them, takes them out of context, or doesn't quote them all the way, and gives you a wrong perception of what these guys actually believed and taught. So you have to be very careful when reading books by the BYU guys. If you want to know what the Mormon Church is supposed to believe, go with the general authorities in the church. You'll be much better than that. For that. Joseph Fielding Smith, in his book Doctrines of Salvation, Volume 3, page 297, says, "What time since the organization of the church have any of the brethren, exercising the Spirit of the Lord, ever taught this people that which was false? You cannot, nor can any man in righteousness point to the time when any of them have willfully stated anything that was contrary to the principles of righteousness, or that did not tend to make the people better in every way. That did not build them up in their salvation, temporally as well as spiritually." That's quite a statement. He's basically saying, if you point to the leadership of the church, they're telling you the truth. They're telling you the truth. Well, then why don't a lot of BYU professors agree with them? I don't know. That's up to them. But I'm just giving you a warning here. Be very careful when you listen to some of the statements coming out of BYU.